Salmi, they one run in this match. It's a big six. Karachi have won.
It's a young franchise, but they've done it. Take it down, Grenadier. What a start.
HBL Pakistan Super League's return to Multan has been nothing short of sensational. From the star-studded opening ceremony all the way through to the hometown Sultans' third win on the spin, it was a week full of fireworks.
What a shot! Oh, that's big. That is big.
And at the end of it all, Mohammad Rizwan's men sit proudly at the top of the table.
Oh, got him! He has 5 wickets! What a performance!
For their final bow in front of their fans, they will meet the Karachi Kings. Despite a disappointing record of 1-3, the Kings did at least have a satisfaction of marking their temporary farewell to the City of Lights with a much-needed win over their fiercest rivals, the Lahore Qalandars.
They've done it!
And so, for one final time, this magnificent stage is set. 22 yards of glistening clay, and an opportunity for each and every one of the 22 players on show to light up HBL PSL 8.
Hello and welcome to the coverage of today's play. This is match 11, Multan Sultans' last game at home, and Karachi Kings will have to do something to get 2 more points and stay alive in the tournament. Good evening to all of you from the Multan Cricket Stadium for one last time in HBL PSL Season 8. It's been exciting times out here, especially Multan Sultans at home have been brilliant with the ball, with the bat. Lots to talk about. I've got Simon Dole and Dominic Cork alongside me. I'll throw the same question to you one by one. Just run us through how has Multan been for you, and of course what you've seen of the tournament since the 10 games that have gone by.
Well, there's been a couple of special things about this place for me, Sikandar. First and foremost, the ground and the way the Multan Sultans have played under Rizwan, having suffered that first loss and then bounced back and found a way to win. Using their quick bowlers has been a key, and off the field, the hotel and the golf course. Oh, the Rumanza. Cannot speak high enough of the Rumanza.
Absolutely, and I'll throw it in again. The Multan people as well, how friendly they are, how welcoming they've been.
The table looks like after 10 matches that have been played this season, we know outright Multan is racing away at number 1. Still early days, but Quetta and Karachi will have to catch up quickly.
Yeah, they will. Look, the Sultans have been really good. What will be key for them is when they leave. Can they pick up their 4th win tonight? Can they get that done? And then maybe what happens when they leave? If they're 8 points before they leave here, they're every chance of making it in the top 4, I think, already, no matter what happens in the tournament after this. Qalandars look like a good side. It's just a familiar-looking side, though, isn't it? That points table, unfortunately, for Islamabad and Quetta.
Yeah, look at run rate as well, Multan. They are well in credit there, even if they lose a couple of games. Karachi, and they come here on the back of a good victory. Look, they've looked at sea, they've changed their sides, they've changed their orders at times, but coming here against a good opposition, it'll be a good test for them to see whether they can get a bit of momentum going deeper into the competition.
Yeah, and I mean, you talk about Multan Sultans, they were the finalists the last season, and it just seems like they're not doing anything wrong. Ehsanullah with the ball has been so good, and I mean, if he's taken the back seat, you find another youngster, like someone like Abbas Afridi, he picks for 4 for 22. How good was he the other night?
Magnificent. I think we all know about Hassanullah. We all know exactly what he can do. But when you've got a guy like this, they seem to produce younger cricketers that come through that can take the places Dahani, who went out injured. And what he did well, he just kept it simple. He made sure that, he tried to aim for the stumps. He took pace off. He had the ability to, take wickets. And when you take 4 for 22 in a T20 game, that's what you want to do. And I think what has been good about the Multan Sultans to me is they've bowled as a unit. And Dooley, more than anything, you watch more T20 cricket than myself. If you bowl as a unit, all the bowlers equally turn up, even if you're not taking wickets, hitting those backs of lengths, you win games, and that's what you've seen throughout this competition.
They've been clever as well. I think the use of the short ball, the use of the slower balls has been really key for me at certain times. And look, Abbas Afridi is not quick. He's not 145, but he uses that short ball to really good effect. And when he bowls it with genuine heat on it, and it's a great direction. And I think that's one of the keys. He bowls his slow balls with purpose, and he just nails it. And he's been equally as impressive, I think.
Yeah, and to further endorse what the gentlemen have been talking about, let's have the numbers game and see how good Multan has been and their seam attack.
Well, they've taken just 36 wickets in total. 36 in total. 26 of those have fallen to the seam bowlers, and that's been the big key. Look at the strike rate and the economy rate. So not only are they taking wickets, but they've been brilliantly economical as well. Slightly skewed this table because Multan and Karachi have played more games, obviously, Corky, but the numbers do not lie.
Absolutely. And I talk about the collective of bowlers. Even though perhaps you look at their spinners, they've not taken as many wickets as the seamers, but what they've done is they've done a job. Akil Hussain, who bowled really well early on, with his spin, bowled well. But what I like about the fact that when you look at the bowlers, they seem to know the pitch, they know where to bowl. As Dooley says, they know about the short deliveries. They've all bowled well, and that's why they're top of the list.
It's a good competition to have within the team. They lost Shahnawaz Dahani, but in comes Abbas Afridi, and he's equally good. And then when you see another partner of yours getting 12 wickets in just, about 4 games, the competition within the team does well for the side as a whole.
Absolutely, and that's what you want. Andy Flower is a very experienced coach. He knows and he puts a team together. It's not just a team, it's a squad. And that's what I like about Flower's team. Wherever I see him, wherever he is, whichever franchise he's coaching. And what he's got here, he's got a very good collective of young bowlers. Don't forget, obviously, the seamers. Think about Osama Mir as well. We're forgetting about that tall leg spinner who bowls well. They field well, they bat well, they bowl well. They're a good unit, and they're going to take a lot of beating, not just here at home, but away from home as well.
He doesn't go too much on emotion, Andy Flower, and I think that's the one thing I like about his coaching strategy or his selection strategy when he's looking at any T20 unit around the world. It's not so much about emotion or we need this kid or we need that kid, we need the flavour of the month. We want guys that can win us games. And if this guy gets injured, who backs him up? Who do we have to follow? Okay, we need a replacement for Dahani. Who do we have? These are the sort of things he thinks about 2 months, 3 months, 4 months before a tournament. It's not, it's not by fluke that he wins tournaments. It is not by fluke at all that he is such a good coach.
Sikandar, what he does do as well is he does his homework, but he looks at his squad and he thinks, right, if this person gets injured, who can I replace him with? And that's what he does throughout. He has replacements ready. Their coach, Ajmal Shahzad, who I know very well from Derbyshire, he's coming up to me saying, right, hang on, we may miss a fast bowler coming up soon. Who do you think? He's asking my opinion. Is there anybody in England that we're missing? Is there anybody around, the world that we're missing? So that's what they're doing. They're thinking 2 steps ahead. Even though they're top of the table and everybody think they're favourites to win PSL 8, HBL PSL 8, they're thinking about the next 4 games away from home. What can they come? So, his attention to detail, Andy Flower, and his backroom staff, I think any other franchise in Pakistan Super League should be looking at Multan and saying, they are doing it right, we need to copy that.
And it's a homework, and it just comes around hard work of years, and they've got that bench strength. Now, speaking of their opposition today, could be a flip side story. If I ask you, gentlemen, sum it up in 10 words or less, it'll be impossible. What's really going on, what Karachi can do. Now, to add their problems, they don't have Mohammad Amir available, at least for this match.
Yeah, it's tough for the Karachi King. They just, I don't know. When I look at their side, I think, okay, they've got some match winners in and across, but have they got a genuine 11 on the park that will win you games consistently? And that's the one thing I look at, and I don't know. I don't know that their overseas strength is as strong as other teams.
No.
They're probably lacking a little bit on that front. And then when you take away Mohamed Amir, who's one of their best local players, that makes it even more difficult. So I look at that squad and I think it's a squad that's going to finish fourth at best.
You almost feel with the changes even in the batting order and in the 5 or 4 changes in the very second game of the tournament, you just feel that there's a bit of a panic button there.
Absolutely, and that's what happens when you're not producing as a squad and a side. You have to make those changes because you think as a coach and as a captain, we've got to just slightly mix up the order. We may need to throw somebody up the order. We may need to open the bowling with a spinner here and there. Look, they've had the perfect real start to PSL 8 like Multan have. Having home games, you know the pitch, you know all the conditions. There's no excuses. They just haven't played well, and I think that goes back to, you know, did they bring in the right players? Have they got the right squad? And I think, you know, Dooley's quite right. You look at that squad and you think, if they get mid-table, best.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I don't think they can make it into the top 4. Prove us wrong. That's what I would say.
Okay. We have a lot to talk about, and we will discuss Karachi Kings and their competitors today in detail. We have a short break coming up. Don't go away. Welcome back once again to the pitchside studio. Time for us to head to the expert advice, and this one is about how to master your bowling run-up and eventually not crossing that popping crease, which could be very crucial in this format and probably in all other formats as well. So let's head out and join Aaron and Waqar Yunus.
Well, one of the most crucial parts of a fast bowler's warm-up is definitely getting that run out sorted. We can see all the big boys here. They've got their marks ready. They've got all the paints, the measuring things, all the bells and whistles to make sure they get it right. But how does one hit the popping crease at the fastest velocity without overstepping on that front foot? Well, I've asked one of the best in the business who never bowled a no ball in his life, Waqar Yunus.
I did. Aaron, what I don't understand is after all these, you know, measurements and all these paping and colors and all that, they still bowl a no ball. It's something which always been there and it will stay there. And I'm going to try to explain these little ones, so how to just sort of measure the run up and just make sure that you don't bowl no balls, because no ball is a crime in T20 cricket.
Absolutely. So take it away.
All right, I'm going to, okay, बच्चा लोग, मैं आप लोगों को एक मार्कर दूंगा. वो मार्कर देख रहे हो? उस मार्कर पे जो भी आप राइट पांव लगाते हो या लेफ्ट पांव लगाते हो, मेजर करने के लिए सबसे अच्छा और सबसे इजी तरीका है. और भी बड़े-बड़े तरीके, लेकिन सबसे इजी वो तरीका ये है कि जैसे वो रन अप, वो मैंने एक मार्क लगाया ना, आपने जो भी राइट पैर या उल्टा पैर जो भी आपने लगाना है उस पे लगा के जहां पे आप समझते हो कि आपकी बॉल खत्म हो रहा है, आपका बॉल एक्शन खत्म हो रहा है, आप वहां से बॉल कर देना. देन आई टेल यू कि आप सबका कहां पे रन अप होना चाहिए. आपको ये होना चाहिए, इससे आगे होना चाहिए, इससे पीछे होना चाहिए. यही गो, ये लो, आप भी करो. ऑलराइट, जस्ट यहां से, ठीक है. लेट्स सी इफ यू कैन डू इट. All right. Go on. All right. Go on. Karo next ball do. All right. Yours is run here. Third one. Yeah, that's plenty. All right, आ जाओ, इधर आ जाओ. जैसे सपोजिंगली आप दो चारों ने बॉल किया ना, एक का रन अप ये है, यहाँ पे वही मार्कर है. आप यहाँ से स्टेप लेके गिन लो कितने बनते हैं. दैट्स योर रन अप. आपका यहाँ से आप रन अप लेके गिन लो कितने पैर हैं. यहाँ से आगे नहीं जाना, क्रीज इससे आगे है. इस जैसे लाइन होती है ना, इस पे पाँव रखना है और उसके आगे जो आपने काउंट करना है कि कितने पैर बनते हैं, दैट इज योर रन अप। उधर मार्क लगा के राइट और लेफ्ट जो भी आप करते हो, दैट्स द बेसिक ऑफ रन अप, जो आपकी एज में जो सिखाना बड़ा ज़रूरी है। ठीक है, वेल डन।
Oh, there we go. As simple as that. Mr. Wakar Yunus, the best in the business that these lovely young guys get to learn from. Did we learn something today? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you have it. How to mark the perfect run-up.
Well, if you're that young and you got Wakar Yunus telling you how to get your run-up right, I'll forget my run. I'll be wrong-footed.
Absolutely. Well, what I want to know is the name of the second kid that went. When they went individually, I want the second kid that went, because he'll be playing in the HBL PSL in years to come. Beautiful, rhythmical run-up. I want to manage him. I want his name.
And quickly, it's a conveyor belt of fast bowling in Pakistan. We know that. They look really good now. So, wow, exciting.
Right. Okay. So it's time for us to now take a break. Simon Dool and I will head down to the centre. You'll have Wakar and Aaron right here along with Dominic. Don't go away.
Well, welcome back to the pitchside studio. Wakar Yunus and I have decided to make our way into the hosting position to join Dominic Cork. But, you know, we're unearthing so much talent in the HBL PSL. It provides a platform for players, but it also provides a platform for the fans. There was the dancer in Karachi, but check out what happens when you bring the right sign to Multan.
सर, मैं शराज मुल्तान से हूँ। आई एम डूइंग अ जॉब सर। मैं ना एक गारमेंट की फैक्ट्री, वहाँ पर ना पैंट्स बनती हैं। वहाँ पर मैं एज अ क्वालिटी चेकर QC जॉब करता हूँ वॉशिंग डिपार्टमेंट में। और ना मुझे सिंगिंग का बहुत शौक़ है। फर्स्ट टाइम सर मैं पहली दफ़ा स्टेडियम में गया था। मैंने पहले कभी नहीं स्टेडियम मतलब विज़िट किया, फर्स्ट टाइम में गया था। और मेरी ख्वाहिश थी जब भी मतलब मुल्तान में PSL के मैचेस होंगे मैं इंशाल्लाह लाजमी जाऊँगा। फिर मौका भी मिला एक। लेकिन सर प्ले कार्ड का आइडिया ये था कि मतलब मेरे दोस्त ने बोला कि आप अगर जाना चाहते हो, अक्सर लोग प्ले कार्ड बना कर आते हैं, कोई किसी तरह का। मेरे पास जो टैलेंट है आप उसे प्रेजेंट करें एज अ प्ले कार्ड। शायद अगर आपको एक मौका मिल जाए, अब उसकी वजह से मैं आपके पास बैठा हूँ।
डरने वाले ना, रुकने वाले ना, हम जोशीले जवान, कप उठाएंगे, जीत जाएंगे, देखेगा सारा जहां। लगा रे लगा रे लगा रे लगा रे, तू तो छक्का लगा। मचा रे मचा रे मचा रे, अपनी धूमें मचा। लगा रे लगा रे लगा रे, तू तो छक्का लगा। मचा रे मचा रे मचा रे, अपनी धूमें मचा।
सर इस गाने का बेसिकली मकसद ये है कि ना एक एनर्जेटिक मतलब फील आती है कि ना आप मतलब कह रहा हूँ कि मैं क्रिकेटर को, बैट्समैन को कि भाई तू छक्का लगा। मतलब जितना है तेरे अंदर दम ना, आपके अंदर जितना दम है, जितनी पोटेंशियल है आप दिखाओ, बॉल को क्रिकेट से स्टेडियम से बाहर पहुँचाओ, छक्का लगाओ। मतलब कोई डरना नहीं किसी से रुकना नहीं है, छक्का लगाना है बस।
आज खेलेंगे सब सितारे ये, आज बाजी है दिल की लगी, हम दीवाने हैं कर लेंगे चाहे मुश्किल हो जितनी बड़ी।
PSL जो हमारा एक इवेंट है ना, इसमें मतलब क्रिकेट तो मतलब है ही है ना, एक पैशन, एक जुनून है। उसके साथ साथ और भी ज़्यादा एक्टिविटीज़, मतलब सिंगर्स हो गए, उनको काफ़ी ज़्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती हैं। उसके अलावा हमारे मतलब जो न्यू टैलेंट हो गया, उनको भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा मतलब इससे मतलब क्रिकेट के साथ साथ ये और भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा मतलब शोबों को ना एक प्रेजेंट करता है।
Oh, what an amazing story is that. You never know what can happen when you turn up to support your favourite team and you bring a sign that says literally what I can do. He had a pretty good voice, didn't he, Wakar?
Yes, I mean, really enjoyed the beat with it, actually. Yeah. It was good fun, just moving around a bit. And Yes, come out with those cards and you never know, you might get the opportunity.
And the atmosphere has been absolutely awesome here in Multan, hasn't it, Corky?
It's been brilliant. I said before when Sam Adur was here, we've loved our time here in Multan. I think Multan have played brilliantly. The people here in Multan, the golf has been excellent, the hotel has been excellent. But just the fans turning up, it's not easy when you've got 5 home games to expect fans to turn up day after day, day after day. They have turned up, they've loved it. I just want to come back.
And how about the Multan Sultans as well? Obviously the home team has put on an absolute spectacle so far in the HBL PSL. Only the first match did they go down, and you're expecting them to field a pretty strong side again today, I'd imagine, Waka.
Yes, they are on the roll. Yes, they lost the first game. They only lost by 1 run, isn't it? So they're up for that game also. It's just that they couldn't really finish. Lower Qalandars were too good that day. But yeah, since then it's been just, all Multan Sultan. They've been outstanding. They normally play really well at home. And nothing new. I mean, they understand the pitch really well, they know the ground, and the crowd gets behind them.
Be careful of the Karachi Kings, though. They've just started to get a little bit of form. My mate, James Vince, who I captained Hampshire, he's here. Hyder Ali, big hitting, Sharjeel at the top. If they get their bowling right, they could put the Multan Sultans under a bit of pressure.
They absolutely could. You were out there having a little look at the wicket before. What do you expect teams are going to want to do?
Expecting a beautiful pitch again. We've had some excellent facilities here. Bounce and pace. Whoever plays better will win the game.
Oh, it's certainly so much to look forward to in today's match, but looks like we're ready for the toss. So let's get out to Secunda in the middle for the BFI coin toss.
Welcome to the BFI coin toss. It's match 11, the last one here in Multan. And I'm pretty sure these two sides are all set to entertain you guys out here. Multan Sultan, Mohammad Rizwan, and welcome to Karachi Kings to Multan with Imad Wasim and the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ahmed. You got the toss?
Tails.
Tails is the call. And it is tails. So Karachi have won the toss, please. What are you going to do?
We're going to ball first.
Ball first. Tell me, overall, we've seen in the tournament that 80-85% teams that are winning are batting first. Why are the captains still opting to bowl first?
I would prefer batting first. Had we had Mohammad Amir in the team, but I think we would ball first. We have a good batting side.
Tell us about your team composition changes from the game in Karachi.
Nothing, just a 4 chase. I think we are resting Mohammad Amir because he's been playing consistent cricket. So instead of him, Mohammad Umar comes in. And about the surface, it looks dryish, but I hope underlight it gets kids on.
You've had some good close games. Results probably haven't gone your way, but you don't want to be left too far behind in the tournament. So important game for the side.
Oh, very important. Every game is important, but now we have nothing to lose. And the game we played against Lahore gave us a lot of confidence. I think we're going to stick to our plan, try to execute our plans, restrict them. They've got a very good batting side and bowling side as well. So hopefully we're going to come hard and win this game.
Well, good luck to Karachi Kings.
Thank you.
Good luck. Mohammad Rizwan, मैं ये सवाल पूछ रहा था अभी इनसे कि आप भी पहले बॉलिंग ही करते अगर जीतते?
देखिए जी, कोई मायने नहीं देखता इस तरफ जिस तरह क्रिकेट जा रही है, टॉस कोई मैटर नहीं लग रहा. जो अच्छी क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं उसी का तो रिजल्ट आ रहा है उनके पास.
85% टॉस पहले बैटिंग करके लोग जीत रहे हैं, लेकिन फिर भी बॉलर्स बॉलिंग करना चाहते हैं.
बिल्कुल, मेरे ख्याल से हर टीम जो है ना एक स्ट्रेंथ दे के आती है कि अपोजिशन की स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, क्योंकि मेरे ख्याल से इस पिचेस में कुछ आगे और पीछे कोई डिफिकल्ट नहीं होती. हाँ, अर्ली होता है, नो बॉल होता है, 1-2 ओवर का जो पहली इनिंग्स का होता है, मगर उसके बाद हर टीम स्ट्रेंथ को देख के फैसला कर रही है और रिजल्ट को नहीं देख रही है. हम भी तो अगर मेरे ख्याल से डिसीजन उनकी तरफ से अच्छा ही है, हमारा भी होता तो हम भी यही करते, क्योंकि हम टॉस के नहीं देख रहे, रिजल्ट को देखने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं.
टीम अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही है. एज कप्तान आप क्या ऐसी स्टेज में है कि कुछ एक्सपेरिमेंट कर सकते हैं, तब्दीलियां ला सकते हैं? कैसा 11 खिला रहे हैं आज?
बिल्कुल सेम 11 के साथ हम जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमारे पास जब भी ओवरसीज प्लेयर खिलाते हैं तो कॉम्बिनेशन उन्हीं के हिसाब से बनाना पड़ती है. एक्सपेरिमेंट के लिए हमारे पास अभी मैचेस काफ़ी है, मगर ये कि जो ओवरसीज प्लेयर होते हैं उसकी देखते हुए अब टीम बनाते हैं.
चलिए, गुड लक टू यू.
थैंक यू.
Okay, so now we know Karachi Kings have won the toss, and I'm going to head down to Butch. I'm going to ask him that question. I don't know what's going on. The results say something else, but they still want to bowl first.
Sikander, I'm telling you, I caught a little glimmer of a smile and a grin on the face of Mohammad Rizwan there when he lost that toss, because I think he knew that they were going to stick him in. Multan Sultans have played superbly batting first. Now, this pitch shipped 210 runs when Zalmi inserted Multan Sultans 2 or 3 days ago. It looks a little bit drier than that, but it still feels as though there's going to be a little bit of pace in carrying it. One thing that we have seen from these surfaces is when the ball has been pretty new, that it's just held a little bit. So if you bowl well with that new ball, you can make some inroads. What has happened though is that they've got flatter as the innings has gone along. I think it is not going to be 210 this time round, but if you post somewhere near 180 batting first on this, then you should be in very, very fine shape indeed to win. The leg spinners have had a little bit of a say in things as well. Osama Mir has been superb for the home side, and of course the opposition have Imran Tahir in their ranks. So the spinners might well have something to say about it, because it is that little bit drier than it was a few nights ago.
Well, thanks, Butch. So the Karachi Kings win the toss and they decide to bowl first. Mohammad Umar comes in for the injured Mohammad Amir. What can you tell us about him, Waka?
He's a youngster. He played last year. I remember he bowled a very, very good spell in Lahore, and he picked up Babar's wicket with a beautiful outswing. I guess that extra bounce. I'm not sure if he's going to get much out of this surface. It looks a very, very dry pitch. But yeah, very, very talented. Just about 22, 23 years of age, and lots of energy. I hope he bowls the same way he bowled in the previous HBL PSL will be really, really effective for the team.
And the Multan Sultans, unsurprisingly, really, they've decided to go with an unchanged playing 11 Corky.
Well, my Urdu is getting better, so I heard Mohammad Rizwan say same team, and he didn't want to experiment.
Same team is English.
I know, but he did say he didn't want to experiment. I heard that. Stop now. But I can tell you now what you've got there, and we've talked about it all the way through this show, is a balanced side. That's what they have, a balanced side. They have the informed batsman in Riley Rousseau at the moment. He's just seen the ball the size of a football. The power of Miller, Pollard, obviously there is experience, and then look at that bowling lineup. It doesn't matter who they bring in, they all work. Look at the man on the end, the man who makes everybody's face smile. It's Esanullah. He is absolutely fantastic. It makes him smile, I should say. I did say smile.
It certainly is a very strong-looking team. As we take a look at the Karachi Kings playing 11, just that one change, as we mentioned before, Waka.
Yeah, and they need some momentum. I mean, they won one game. The previous game was, yes, a little scratchy. They should have won that game, but Amir's going to be a big loss. Akif, I still feel that he's a lot of talent. He needs to really step up. Amir Yamin, the bowling is really good. Bat cutting looks really good. You should be happy about that. And then Wade was pretty good. Niazi, Malik experience is going to be key. Heather and Vince. I mean, it's very, very crucial to give a good start. Once you get a good start, this team is a dangerous side.
Your happy wife, happy life. I can say I'm very happy for one that Ben is back into side. But, you know, Karachi, it's only their second win in 14 matches, so they had to do something. But plenty more to unpack on the other side of the break. Of course, we'll delve more into those playing 11. So stick with us, and we'll go to a short break.
वेलकम बैक वंस अगेन। मैच 11 की बात हो रही है और कराची किंग्स ने टॉस जीता है मुल्तान के खिलाफ और पहले बॉलिंग का फैसला किया है। इस फैसले के बारे में और बात करेंगे, लेकिन मरीना हमें ज्वाइन कर चुकी है। मरीना, आखिरी मैच है मुल्तान में आज, अपना एक्सपीरियंस बताएं मैचेस को देखने का और ओवरऑल जो यहाँ पे रहा है HBL PSL 8 का जो एक एटमॉस्फेयर रहा है।
लेकिन ओपनिंग सेरेमनी से लेके अभी तक मुझे बहुत मज़ा आया है। जहाँ तक क्वालिटी क्रिकेट की बात है, कंपेटिटिव क्रिकेट हुई है दोनों टीम्स की तरफ से और बैलेंस नज़र आया बॉलिंग बैटिंग दोनों का। पहले ये होता था कि बॉलर्स जो है ज़्यादा हावी थे, लेकिन इस बार बहुत मज़ा आया है। अच्छी क्रिकेट हुई है, क्राउड की बहुत ज़्यादा जो पार्टिसिपेशन थी वो अच्छी रही है, मज़ा आया एटमॉस्फेयर का। एंड आई थिंक दिस वाज द परफेक्ट स्टार्ट फॉर HBL PSL 8।
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। और ख़ास तौर पे मुल्तान सुल्तान ने अपने क्राउड को एंटरटेन किया है जीत हासिल करके। इनके जो स्टार बॉलर हैं एहसानुल्लाह, इनके बारे में और जानते हैं और सुनते हैं क्या कहते हैं ये।
Gone. Really close, yeah. That's his shot, but he's picked him out.
This is unbelievably good from Ihsanullah.
पहले मैच में मैंने 145.9 में बॉल किए, फिर उसके बाद मैंने जो दूसरा मैच था मेरा जो क्वेटा के खिलाफ था, जो मैंने 5 पर किया था, तो उसमें मैंने सैफी भाई को 150.3 की बॉल की थी। फिर उसके बाद मैंने फास्टेस्ट बॉल की है 152.7 जो इफ्ती भाई को किए।
And that was quick. Is that going down? Oh, he's given him.
जो हमारा कोच है KPK का अब्दुर्रहमान से, उसने मुझे बोला है आपने बस लेंथ और लेंथ पे बॉल करना है, आपको कोई सीधा शॉट नहीं मारेंगे इतने पेस में। जो हमारा हेड कोच है इंडी फ्लावर, उसने भी कहा था। जो हमारे कितने भी स्टाफ है तो उनका मैं शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ, ये मैं परफॉर्म कर रहा हूँ।
He has 5 wickets. What a performance!
This is unbelievably good from Ihsanullah.
मेरा ताल्लुक़ है स्वाद से, मट्टा आरकोट से, जो मैं उधर खेल रहा था। मेरे मामू था उधर, तो उसने मुझे ले गया एकेडमी पे। पहले अब्बू को भी पता नहीं था, तो फिर उसके बाद मामू पीछे था और फिर अब्बू आगे था। तो मेरे अब्बू ने मेरे साथ बहुत मेहनत की है, हर जगह मेरे साथ गए हैं, तो मैं ये क्रेडिट अपने अब्बू को देता हूँ। आज बॉल निकल रहा था अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, तो जो कोचेस ने बोला था उस जगह मैंने बॉलिंग की है, तो इसलिए मैंने 5 आउट किए और ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच मेरे अम्मी और अब्बू के लिए। मैं फॉलो करता हूँ वकार यूनुस को, जो मैं छोटा था उनकी वीडियो देख रहा था, तो फिर उससे ख्वाहिश हो गया, मैंने कहा मैंने वकार भाई के जैसा बनना है। मैं गुस्सा नहीं करता, एग्रेसिव हूँ। एग्रेशन तो होना चाहिए फास्ट बॉलर में, जो 150 बॉल करता है तो उसको तो एग्रेशन होना चाहिए। जितने हमारे नौजवान हैं जो स्वात में हैं, उनको मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ, आप मेहनत करें, मेहनत कभी ज़ाया नहीं होता। अंडर 19 में मुझे सेलेक्ट नहीं किया, फिर मेहनत उससे डबल मैंने स्टार्ट किए, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आप मैं मुल्तान सुल्तान का हिस्सा हूँ। आप आगे भी देखेंगे और इंशाल्लाह मैं इस PSL का टॉप विकेट टेकर आऊँगा और PSL के सबसे फास्टेस्ट बॉल करूँगा PSL में, आप लोग देखेंगे इंशाल्लाह।
वेलकम बैक वंस अगेन। तो आपने सुना कि इनके हीरो कौन है और किस जैसा बनना चाहते हैं। वकार यूनुस मेरे साथ बैठे हैं, इन्हीं का नाम लिया था। वकार, कहना तो बड़ा मुश्किल है इतने छोटे वर्ड्स में, लेकिन कोई एक ऐसी एडवाइस इनको देना चाहें, स्टार्ट ऑफ इस करियर, पीक पे जा रहे हैं, वो क्या होनी चाहिए?
सिकंदर, मेरा नहीं ख्याल इनको किसी भी एडवाइस की इस टाइम ज़रूरत है। उन्होंने जो 2 वर्ड्स बोले हैं, आई थिंक दे आर सफिशेंट, और उसमें एक बहुत बड़ा मैसेज भी है फॉर अ नेक्स्ट लॉट, जो आने वाले बच्चे हैं, जो खेलना चाहते हैं क्रिकेट, जो ऊपर आना चाहते हैं, कि मेहनत कभी रायगा नहीं जाती। आई कम फ्रॉम अ वेरी स्मॉल टाउन, आई वर्कड हार्ड एंड आई रियली पुश्ड माई सेल्फ टू द मैक्स। यहाँ पर आना या आगे इससे आगे जाना, शायद पहुँचना आसान है, वहाँ ठहरना ज़रा मुश्किल होता है। तो मैं कहता हूँ कि ही इज़ गोटा कीप वर्किंग हार्ड, और जो आने वाले भी यंगस्टर हमारे, जस्ट कीप वर्किंग हार्ड, कभी रायगा नहीं जाती मेहनत।
चलिए कोई एक बात करते हैं आपसे बरीना। हमने देखा कराची का ओवरऑल, अब जो टॉस देख लिया, क्या बेटर नहीं होता उनके लिए कि वो पहले बैटिंग करते? थोड़ा सा इनकी बैटिंग साइड थोड़ा सा प्रेशर में है, इनके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी थी, और यू फील ये यही सही है, पहले बॉलिंग करो, फिर चेस करो और ड्यू का इंतजार करो?
देखिए, आई थिंक कराची थोड़ा सा बॉलिंग में स्ट्रगल कर रहा है। उनका पिछला भी मैच अगर देखें, ज़्यादा बैटिंग ने ज़्यादा उनको सपोर्ट किया, तो आई थिंक थोड़ा सा ये चीज़ उनके माइंड में होंगी। जिस तरह की ऑब्वियसली बॉलिंग मुल्तान सुल्तान की है, दे हैव टू कम आउट विद अ पॉजिटिव इंटेंट, लेकिन अप फ्रंट ये है कि अगर प्रेशर डाल सकते हैं मुल्तान सुल्तान पे, तो कराची के लिए ये बेहतर होगा।
आपको लगता है कि ये फैसला बेहतर है कराची के लिए, पहले बॉलिंग करने का टॉस जीत के?
देखिए सिकंदर, मैंने तो बड़ी दफ़ा कहा है कि ये एक मिथ है कि ये बैटिंग करो बॉलिंग करो। आई मीन यू गॉट टू प्ले वेल गुड क्रिकेट, एंड आई डोंट थिंक कराची इतनी अच्छी क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रही है अभी तक उन्होंने वो दिखाया नहीं है। सो ऑल द बेस्ट टू देम।
चलिए, एंड ऑल द बेस्ट टू यू गाइस फॉर द डे। शानदार कॉन्टेस्ट की उम्मीद है और ऐसा ही होगा। लास्ट गेम इन मुल्तान, लेट्स एंजॉय ऑल द फन ऑफ HBL PSL 8।